What is going on, my fellow investors? How are we all doing today? Welcome back to another video of Investment Talk with me, Justin. So in this video, I'm going to be giving you guys a quick, few stocks that are trading at a current discount after this, whole market correction fear thing that, everyone's talking about with the whole Trump tariffs and stuff. But obviously these type of things in the market, when we get these are great buying opportunities when everyone else is selling. For these great companies, as you can see, one here I have pulled up is Nvidia, right? So let's first talk about Nvidia, right? So as you can see here, it's trading on a pretty nice discount as of currently. I'm recording this on March 20th right now on Thursday. At the date of this recording, it's trading at it's trading at 118. So we can see here it peaked in near that $150 level, right? And obviously for a long-term company like Nvidia, that's literally supplying all of your favorite companies that we use every day in tech: Apple, Google, Meta. I mean, obviously it's a little bit. I mean, I don't like to get into politics, but Tesla as well is another company that Nvidia has really partnered with. It's a very great buying opportunity in my opinion. Obviously, you can do your own research, have your own opinions on this stuff, but for these companies, when you get at these lower levels, it's great discounts for long term, 5-10 years out. So as you can see here, like I said before, it's trading at a little bit lower. So let's look at some of the stats on Nvidia, I like to call it. All right, guys, how y'all doing? So let's take a look here at the PE ratio. Is currently of a trailing 12-month at 40.41. Obviously, that's a little bit higher. We like to get in between that 20 to 30 range on the PE, but I'll put it up on the screen right now. Nvidia has actually about a PE of 24 forward. So I like to look at the forward PE because that's what analysts are predicting the forward outlook to look on the price to earnings, where here is just the trailing 12 month. So obviously it's a little high. It's over that, but it's expected for them to get better and go down to that 24 level, which is very great for an investor to see. So let's take a look now at some of these top analysts' ratings, right? So obviously we don't want to look at like 2024 because that's a little too old, but down here we can see, a Cantor Fitzgerald literally yesterday, 319, 2025, a price target of 200. Now, with all these price targets, we don't want to, take them too seriously because obviously it's not, you don't want to rely fully on these for an investment, but it's always great to see, when Wall Street is betting with a stock, correct? So something like a price target of 200, where the stock right now is at, you can see here, 118 is great to see. We have another one here on 315 by Mizuho, an outperform of 168. It's still better, right? Literally one came out today of Bank of America Securities of 200. So Wall Street obviously thinks that, Nvidia is going to go up. And I do think as well, especially with them supplying and, partnering with all these major tech companies. A lot of money and a lot of money. I mean, just in general, a lot of money is to be made with artificial intelligence, and just keep buying the fear up on these dips on these great stocks. All right, guys. So another stock I've pulled up for us that here is on a great discount, as you can see, is Meta Platforms. Meta is a great long-term investment. I mean, it's even in the past, as you can see, year here almost, ever since about November, it's already been, it's been doing a crazy climb, and as you can see, it's on a nice little discount. It was up at around the 730 range, and now we're trading at 600. So you're in that $130 discount. But in my opinion, something like a Meta, with the boom of AI, with artificial intelligence, Nvidia is partnering with them, working really close with Meta. You're going to see a lot of money here from, like advertising, digital marketing, stuff like that. So I'm going to pull up an article here. I want to show you guys. So I've pulled up an article here from Investors Business Daily. And as you can see here, it was posted on 302. So it's a little bit of an older article earlier this month. However, I still like what they say about Meta. It's about Google, but I'd like I said, what they say about Meta here. So it says how, AI investments, big news. Morgan Stanley projects that Google will garner $59 billion in generative AI related up to 2028, up from $12 billion in 2024. It's a compounded annual growth rate of 49%, but Morgan Stanley expects Meta to do even better, right? So if we read here, Meta's generative AI related revenue will grow to a 67% CAGR, up $13 billion from last year. So with that being said, I mean, these are all great to see, that Wall Street and all these analysts, and from a trusted one, Morgan Stanley, are going with the stock, going with the future, and who's working well with Meta, Nvidia. So therefore, it's hand in hand. It's great to buy these stocks at that current discount that they're trading at. Also, real quickly, wanted to pull up some of the stats here on the Meta stock. As you can see, a PE ratio of 25, which is in that 20 to 30 range. That's perfect, looking great. And Meta also, they give out dividends as well. So it shows a strong, capable company. It's doing well. I mean, it's on a little discount, but I think for long-term growth, we're going to see some new all-time highs here in the future. If you want to do your own research on it, obviously, But personally, I'm just showing you what I'm buying. So let's move on to the third and final stock I want to talk about in this video. All right, guys, if you've watched, my previous videos, you've seen I've talked about AMD before, Advanced Micro Devices. Now, I've seen people say, like I've said before, oh, why would I invest in AMD when I can invest in Nvidia? Well, yes, I mean, that's a valid statement, but I like to, just kind of spread out my cards, right? So obviously with, the advancements of AI, I think a company like AMD is also going to take advantage of that, and it's going to take some of that market share as well. I mean, obviously, NVIDIA is a powerhouse. It's going to be very hard for a company like AMD to compete with, but why not also invest in a runner-up or a second place, let's say, as of right now? Because, NVIDIA, AMD, especially with a company like AMD that's trading at such a massive discount right now, guys. Look at this. I mean, we had a peak in the last bull run this time last year in March. It was up to about around the 210 level. Now we're trading at 106. Luckily, I was able to scoop up, a little bit here around that under 100 level, because anything under 100 on AMD is, that's a good buy. So I just wanted to mention AMD again. I'm going to focus too much on it because I've talked about it in a previous video, but it is just such a crazy discount right now, especially with the advancements of AI and, for the foreseeable future. I would be very surprised if a company like this does not, see all new all-time highs in the future as well. Real quickly, I want to pull up some of the stat sheet on AMD. As we can see here, it doesn't look too well. 106 for the PE for the trailing 12 month. However, I'll pop it up on the screen right now. AMD has a forward PE ratio of 23. So obviously, that looks way more attractive to an investor than 106. It's in that 20 to 30 range. I think we're already with this massive drop since that 210 level. It's already on a crazy discount, so we're getting that discounted stock price. It is going to be a great long-term investment. Advancements of AI, other companies, AMD is partnered with big tech companies as well. Real quickly before, I just want to quickly check out some of the analyst ratings. All right, so let's now check out some of these analysts' ratings, right? So it's good, like I said earlier in this video, see what Wall Street is betting with, right? So we have buys, overweights, 25 February. This came out with, we have price targets of 162, 250, 140. So keep in mind, AMD is at, 106 right now. So it's all over that higher, they're expecting, a higher price target, right? Outperform. 120, 206, overweight, right? So obviously, don't want to fully take in the analyst ratings, but it's always nice to see that the big money guys, what they're pouring money into, correct? So what they're betting with as well. So people like us, these retail investors, we don't want to get too greedy, but we also, you don't want to fall into that fear and sell and get scared. You want to, do your DCAing on these companies that have these big drops like this. But thank you guys for watching. This was a quick, I had to make a quick update video. I'm working on getting a better mic quality as well, but we'll be working on that. It's still a fresh channel we're upgrading here. But thank you guys for sticking with me. This has been another video with Investment Talk with Justin, and hope to see you guys in the next video. Like, comment, subscribe. If there's any stock you want to talk about, comment below any stock discount that you've recently bought, and we can talk about it in the comments below. But thank you for watching. See you guys very soon. Peace.